Hello everybody, my name is Sam and welcome to another episode of Game Analysis. So obviously if you saw my last video, I've been ill with a sore throat. Now obviously I can talk properly, which is great. So today I'm going to be analysing a recently released in early access arena shooter known as Toxikk. Now this is a game made by Reactor Studios, who I have never heard of before, so I don't actually know if they've made any other games, but one thing I do know is that they take a lot of pride in this game. What that means is basically they kind of want this to be a sort of spiritual successor to obviously the Unreal Tournament titles. So they don't actually have any other games, I don't think. It doesn't look like it. Oh, right, they have Black Prophecy, Neocron Evolution, never heard of any of these. But anyway, yeah. So, what is Toxikk? Well, Toxikk, as I said, is an arena for first-person shooter. If you don't know what that is, you should probably, get your gaming knowledge up. But an arena first-person shooter is quite it features enclosed-ish maps where there's a lot. It's just fast-paced. There's literally, I don't think there are any iron sights. So kind of like Counter-Strike, and like I said, Unreal Tournament. I'm not ill, don't worry. It's just something in my throat. So and I think what this game wants to do is it wants to revive the genre, because there haven't really been a huge amount of new arena first-person shooters. I mean, they've recently released the pre-alpha to Unreal Tournament. That is Unreal Tournament 4. That's an upcoming video, which is quite a good game. Obviously, earlier, well, it's like pre-alpha. I think there's only one map. But yeah, I'll do that in another video. So, big question here: is this game reviving the genre? Now, so it's in early access, and so it's very limited. So there's two maps. You got one called Artifact, which is the one you're seeing now, and I can't actually remember what the other map is called, but it's sort of like a Chinese marketplace thing. They're both, the Chinese one is much more enclosed, with less space to move around in, whereas this one, Artifact, is much more open. I think it's slightly bigger. So yeah, it's lacking on content, but again, early access. It has a number of different weapons. You've got your melee blade thingy that you start off with, and the pistol, which is called the Raven. You have the Stingray, which you're seeing now. You've got Cerberus, which is a rocket launcher. You have the Bulldog or something, which is called which is the shotgun. Violator, which is the assault rifle. And each one has two different firing modes, as you would expect, kind of the same as Unreal Tournament 3. So yeah, so obviously they're taking a lot of stuff from Unreal Tournament, but that's a good thing, because Unreal Tournament 3 especially was a fantastic game. So yeah, I think when it comes to reviving the genre, it's sort of, I think it's kind of building on the merits that the previous games in previous arena shooters got. So it's taking a lot of it, a lot of the factors that made Unreal Tournament or any other arena shooter good arena shooter very good, and made it worthwhile. So it's kind of trying to take this and put it into a new game, reskin it, sort of add mechanics of its own. Although I haven't actually seen any a new thing, if I'm honest. I think perhaps that's coming in a future update. They have promised vehicles, which I think is a cool idea, because especially in Unreal Tournament 3 the vehicles look pretty badass, if you don't mind me saying that. So one of the things this game, what it prides itself on, is there's no progression. So you will just play for fun. So there's no leveling up. Well, they have achievements on Steam, which is kind of different ranks, but they don't affect you at all. No customization that I can see. Perhaps I kind of want like just an appearance thing, for your character, because you're all like in these cool suit things, and I'd like a bit more customization on that. But obviously, as long as it doesn't affect gameplay, that's fine. Guns can't really customize, or you don't customize. You just pick them up off of these nodes on the floor, and they spawn after a timer. That's kind of the first problem I've got here with the guns, is that there's two main ones that are really... Oh, it's the bullcraft, sorry, not the bulldog, for the shotgun. Yeah, so back to my point. There's two main guns, which are... I think there's a slight balancing issue here, which is a shotgun, which, if you use it correctly, I don't. I'm terrible at this game, but you know, I'm terrible at most games. And if you use it correctly, it is kind of overpowered against every other weapon, I think. Even at some long distances, you can get killed by the bullcraft. And the Cerberus rocket launcher. Now, don't even get me started. It seems some people, they shoot at your feet, which is, yeah, that's what you're meant to do. That's what you do in Unreal Tournament. You shoot at your feet because they're coming towards you. But it like that, they don't seem to get any damage taken to them. I mean, I know in the log, I don't know if you've seen it, but there are some people who've killed themselves with the Cerberus. But every time I've been killed by a Cerberus in close quarters, they'd shot at my feet, and they were, honestly, they were really close to me. And I don't know if that's a bug, or if that's just what it's meant to be, or I'm just really bad and I'm complaining about nothing. Yeah, so. Oh yeah, another bug. I know this is early access. I can't be, you know, being really picky about the bugs, but I have experienced an issue where I turned invisible. Well, if you press Q, you can turn invisible, that's one of the features actually. You can they have like special abilities. You can turn invisible for a short amount of time. I was invisible for like the whole time I was alive. I was killing a couple of people. Believe it or not. Yeah, it was weird. I don't know, but obviously that can just be ironed out. So yeah, the Reactor Studios kind of pride themselves in the trailer of Toxikk. They said this is not free to play, and because, you know, free to play games have been getting hard hits from critics or just anyone playing them. And so this game definitely prides itself on not being free to play, being the opposite of free to play. You pay for it once and then you get the full experience, well, when it's ready, obviously. So that is obviously a very important factor in this game's like marketing. It's not free to play. You will get the full thing when you pay the price for it, just one price, which I think is awesome, because too many games have microcredit transactions, and it takes away from the experience. Like, you have games like Assassin's Creed Unity, the Dragon Age Inquisition unfortunately has microtransactions, although that's only for the multiplayer aspect, which I don't play anyway, so that's not really a big deal. So yeah, lots of obviously this isn't a AAA game, but lots of AAA games have been putting in microtransactions, which is a shame really, because it just takes away from the overall effect of the game, I feel. So yeah, so is it my impressions of this gameplay, really fast paced. I am terrible. My KD currently is 5 for 17. I think by the end of this clip, I don't know if I'll go on for that long, but it is probably 12 for 30 or something. It is fast paced. So it is fun. It is fun chaos, except for the fact that because it's in early access, not a huge amount of people are playing it. So I was lucky when the first time I was playing it, I was playing on the Chinese map, and that was fun because there was a lot of people. I think it was an almost full server, and it was really fun. It was chaotic, but it was great. I wasn't winning, obviously, but yeah, obviously more fun with friends. But you know, what isn't? And when this game gets it right with the chaotic shooting, running around, trying not to die, it does work really well, I feel. but then there can be times when you're just here there's only 6 people, including me. So a lot of this time, I'm kind of looking around for people, which is I think that's good, because it's kind of a break from the action. Because if it was, I'm not sure what the limit is. I think it's 16 players. Oh no, this is a deathmatch, so it's just going to be 12. Don't take my word on that. The max. It can be kind of annoying when you spawn in, you go to get a gun, and then you get immediately shot because of the bad spawning. So that can be annoying, but again, early access creases could be ironed out, which, fingers crossed. I said about the weapons, they are quite cool. So you've got the flamethrower there, it's called the Dragoneer or something. Each one has alternative fire. Again, the Cerberus feels a bit overpowered, I feel, but that could definitely be ironed out. And yeah, it's a good game. I would say it's a good game, but for the lack of content, it's not worth your time now. Only 2 maps. It's been out since February, I believe. So it's not worth your time now. But I would say, also, it's been out since January. But they're promising stuff like what are they promising? And more maps. The user-generated content as well. That's cool. Vehicles. Yeah. So the thing is, this is when we get into discussions about early access and whether it's good or not, whether it's worth it. And I would say it kind of depends on the type of person you are. If you are willing to go through that phase where you want you want to see the progression of the game, then go for it, I think. But right now, if you're not keen on early access, don't go for it. Don't get this game. Wait until the full release, which is approximately, they're saying the early access is between 4 to 6 months, so it should be finished in about July. Where it might be cheaper, or you can just pick it up on a third-party website like G2A. Fantastic website, by the way. So yeah. So final impressions. Fun game, really fun, chaotic fun, but lack of content. So yeah. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative. If there's anything I missed, write it in the comments. If anything you disagree with, write it in the comments. If you just want to give me your general opinion, just write it in the comments. I will read them all, because I have no life and I spend all my days playing games. So yeah, I want to know what you think of this game. If you've got it, tell me what you think. If you don't have it, I'd just say, well, watch this video, ask me in the comments if you really want it, what you're looking for in a game. Hopefully this video has been informative, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.